Welcome to another episode of the Live Your Yes Life podcast. My name is Lisa Limata. I will be your co-host today. I'm one of the co-founders of Rise Leadership Circle, which I lead with my business partner and my daughter, Kayla Jetta. And this podcast is all about helping you live your yes life. Every week, we're here bringing you channel discussions, thoughts, and interviews on what it takes to go from dreaming and wishing to actively living your yes life. So today, I want to talk about what it means to really be yourself in this world and how the more you that you are, the more magnetic you become to all of the amazing things you want in your life. So this is going to be the last solo episode that I do for a little bit. I've got some really incredible interviews coming up with some amazing people who are actively living their yes life. And I really want to talk today about something that happened yesterday. It inspired this conversation yesterday. We were on one of our mastermind calls with our Elevate Mastermind. And one of the women got on and she shared about how every single thing in her life just felt like it was in flow. She had just signed on a new client, which fulfilled her roster for right now. She just opened up to an incredible new relationship. And literally every area in her life was really feeling in flow. Things were just opening up around her and she was feeling so supported. And so I asked her, I know who she is and I know how true she is to herself. And I wanted her to share with the group. I was like, so tell us, what is it that you have been doing that has helped you sign on new clients, attract new clients? Like, what is it all about? And what she shared was that it was truly her seeing herself, right? Seeing all the gifts that she possesses within and owning them unapologetically. And this just lit my soul on fire because this is what we're here to do. These are the conversations we have, and this is the work that we get to do with our clients, right? So I think that, whenever we see someone who suddenly, like, maybe they've filled their roster of clients, we want to know, like, oh, was it a new marketing strategy? Did you suddenly get your sales page copy just right? No, it wasn't any of that, right? It was really about her choosing and deciding to completely own her gifts. One of the things she said is when someone compliments me and says to me, like, oh, I just so appreciate the way you hold space for me, or, they really give her some compliment that matches with her gifts. She says thank you, and then she owns it. She says, yes, I do. Yes, like and in a very humble way, but like she sees the gifts that she possesses within her, and she allows herself to bring more and more and more of that out into the world. And I think that is the key to making this world a better place and also to magnetize what you want to create in your life. So I shared with you guys last time that on the last solo episode that I did, that the solar eclipse that we went through not too long ago was really big for me. Had been doing some shadow work and just felt like all of these things in my life were kind of like shaken up, but of course, ultimately in a good way, because we know, like, I hold the belief life is happening for me and there is an up level here that is available for me if I choose to take it. And I will tell you, even since that last episode, more and more and more has been opening me up. And I think in just about every way, opening me up to simply become more of who I am divinely created to be, right? And we continue to learn. It doesn't matter what age we are. It's not like there's a place that we come to and it's like, now I just fully own myself and I don't need to grow anymore. Like, we're always growing until we die, hopefully. We want to continue to evolve and grow. I think that's the magic of this life. And I know that I'm not alone in this. I think there's a really high chance that if you are listening to this podcast, you might be experiencing this too, because I've been talking to so many people lately who are like, yes, me too. I feel like there is this new version of me evolving. Sometimes the journey there can be a bit of a bumpy ride in the process to really becoming the truest version of ourselves. So you guys have heard me say this before. I really love the art and science of numerology, and I use it extensively in my life. I use it with my clients as a tool, right? As a tool that helps me stay in alignment with my gifts, with what I know that I have been designed to bring into the world. And I will say this, if you are curious about numerology, you can book a numerology reading with me. Just send me a message and I can send you the details. And again, like, I don't use it as dogma. I don't use it as, I don't use it predictive. I use it as a way to help myself and to help my clients really stay in that place of true alignment with our design, because we are all designed completely differently. There is not one of us that has the exact same blueprint and design of who we are. And I really believe that is for a purpose, right? Can you imagine how boring the world would be if we all had the same personality, if we all kind of operated the same way in the world? I think that we're on this journey to be our true selves while at the same time honoring and accepting the truth in everyone else, even if their design is completely different than how we are, who we are, right? We can learn so much from each other. We can support and help each other in that way. If you've never heard of numerology and you're like, what are you talking about? One of my favorite podcasts I'll share with you is The Numerology Chick by Nat Olson. She's a lovely human. I absolutely adore her. Maybe I'll manifest having her as a guest on the show someday. That would be so fun to get to have that conversation. But if you do want to check it out, if you just want more, I really love that one in particular. You can check it out. Or like I said, you can reach out to me and you can book, and we'll just talk about your core numbers as well. So, okay. The reason went down a rabbit hole there, but the reason I want to talk about this is because I want to help you today to see what your gifts are and to ask yourself, how much in alignment are you with how you are designed to be and who you are designed to be? I feel like we spend the first half of our life getting programmed to follow what society wants, right? To follow the rules. And it doesn't always leave room for each of our unique designs. And the world needs you to be you, as I said. I want you to imagine a scenario right now. Okay, let's just say that the way that you've been uniquely designed is this would be like a 5 in numerology, right? If this were your expression number. And you're really designed for freedom. You are designed for freedom of thought, right? You're a free thinker. You're always thinking about how you could improve things, or you're really wired for change. Like, you love change. You love to look at something and make it better. You love to make it more efficient. You love adventure, right? You love to have excitement and new people in your life, and to not be in an environment where every day is the same. You're creative. So imagine that's your personality, that's your design in the world. And you're currently in a job that doesn't hold space for that, right? Let's say that maybe you're in a job where the requirements of the job are such that you need to fit inside of a box, so to speak, right? It's a job that requires you to color inside the lines, to follow the rules, to not upset the apple cart, right? To just like really be, in this very sort of linear sort of world. Well, you can imagine that if that is your unique design, you're probably not going to thrive in that job, or probably not for very long. And so it's a disservice to hold yourself in that space. And what I see happens for a lot of people is they make themselves wrong. They think they're wrong. They think that it's a weakness that they're not thriving in that environment, because maybe they look around and the personality type that might thrive there, or the expression number that might thrive there, might be something like more of a 4, which tends to be like really about systems and processes, and is a bit more pragmatic. And they could look around and say like, ooh, I must be wrong, or I must not have this skill set. I need to go and fix this in me, or change this in me. And they keep trying and trying and trying to change. But that's not actually it, right? It's like you're meant to bring your gifts out into the world in such a way that you can really make an impact, because the world needs people who can think freely. The world needs people who can create change. I mean, my goodness, we need change in the world so much right now. We need people who are willing to color outside the lines. And so when you take that person and you put them in an environment where they can really bring those gifts forward and own them, and like own it in themselves, right? And like, yeah, this is who I am. And I am so proud to be this person. And I'm so, I'm owning all of this. Think about the impact that they can make and how much that's needed. So that's just one example, and I want you to think about how this is true for you. So what are some of your gifts? Like, what is your unique design? This could look a lot of different ways, and you might want to make a list for yourself. Now, a good place to start is, what do people really compliment you for? What have you been told? Maybe you're someone, this could be completely different. Maybe you're someone who is really bold and you love to take action, and you're like masterful at getting things done, and you just love to take a goal and to make it happen. So you want to be in an environment where you can really be that action taker. The world needs you to lead. The world needs you to, help keep things moving in a powerful way. But maybe you're someone who is actually really sensitive and intuitive, and you can see things that the rest of the world can't see, right? Or maybe that person who's like bold and taking action is missing the subtle signs, right? We need both on the team. We need to have that intuitive person or those deep thinkers. And so every gift is needed. So if you're not someone who is like that take charge, bold leader in the front of the room, perfect. We need you to be who you are. Or maybe you are someone who's like very problem solving, pragmatic, step by step. You're super organized. You're not the risk taker. You're the one who is creating the plans and making things happen. We need that too, right? All of this is so important. Like, we need every person to be who they are, because that is how we make the world a place that thrives. So I want you to make a list. What are your gifts? This may be something that others have complimented you on. This may be something that you know to be true in yourself, and maybe it hasn't felt like a gift. Maybe it's felt like a weakness because, you were told you are too sensitive, too bold, too loud, too something. But truly, if it's your design, if you were designed this way, like from a child, this is who you've been, I want you to write it down and put it on this list. What is it that walks into a room when you do? How do you light up the room when you walk in? What is the way that you interact with other people? Do you have the gift of connection and bringing people together? Like, what is it for you? So make a list, write down all of the things that creates you. And then I want you to ask yourself, if this is my truth, if this is the truth of my design and who I am, how am I living today in alignment with this? Am I showing up as this in my relationships? Am I showing up as this in my work in the world? Am I being this in the way that I care for my body, and the way that I rest, and the way that I play, and the way that I live my life? Because the more that you allow this alignment to begin to inform you, the more extraordinary and magical and magnetic you become when you start to own it, when you start to see, yes, this is who I am. And if I, instead of making myself wrong, bring it into the world in a powerful way and I really own it, more people get the benefit of my gifts. I get to actually do what I came here to do in the world. So I would love it if you would go ahead and make that list. Okay, if you love this conversation and you want to take this to the next level, this month, Kayla and I are doing a free masterclass inside of the Live Your Yes Life Facebook group. And the working title, this could change, but right now the working title is Magnetic Confidence, 3 Keys to Becoming Unapologetically You. The point is, we are going to help you take this even deeper, to really become magnetic for what you want to attract in your life, to really begin to own your confidence by owning who you are designed to be in such a powerful way. So if you want to join us for that, it is free. And you can simply send me a message, let me know that you want to be there. You can also, we'll be posting about it inside of the Live Your Yes Life group. So you can go ahead and request to join the group if you're not already in it. This is happening on May 20th at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you go to Facebook and you search Live Your Yes Life for Heart-Centered Leaders, you will find us there. Request to join. We will make sure you get in. It is completely free. At least once a week, I have someone tell me, that they absolutely love being a part of our group. They tell me like, oh my gosh, the women in this group are so incredible. They're amazing. And they are just really inspired by being there and being with these connections. So I hope you'll join me there every week. Another thing that we do, you'll find that Kayla and I go live almost every single Thursday in that group, and we take these podcast conversations a little bit deeper as well. I'll be Thursday, May 16th. I'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Feel free to jump in. We'll often have the guests we interview come and join us live in the Facebook group too, so we can go a little bit deeper. So, and it's not just that, like you'll have a chance to share and connect and make some friends. So if you're not in the group, I'm going to link it below wherever you're listening. Please come and join us. And if you like this episode, if this made a difference for you, please like and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Please subscribe. And as always, we so appreciate hearing from you. We love to hear what resonates for you. I love to take this conversation further. And you'll find us hanging out on Facebook. Don't hesitate to message us there as well. All right. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next time.